Hello everybody and welcome to this Adobe Max live session. My name is Dennis Schmelz, I'm a filmmaker and photographer from Germany, and today I want to show you some cool features in Adobe Premiere Pro. So if you're a video editor, you know how time-consuming post-production can be. But with the latest AI features in Premiere Pro, you can streamline your workflow and save tons of time. So in this session, we will explore how to make the most of these new tools. I just came back from India and released a new short film from India. It's already edited, it's already on my rate system, and the project is done so far. But sometimes you have to make some changes because the client asked for something, or you want to do some social media edits, and then you don't have time to open the project again, connecting all the files. So there are some cool tools that I want to show you today. So let's start with scene detection. Let's go into Premiere Pro. This is my interface, and let's import the final movie that I already exported. So let's go to import media and choose it from my desktop. It's already there. Yeah, so this is my final India movie. And as you can see, it's already edited, color grading is final, everything is done so far, but I have a little bit of things that I want to improve. So let's put this file into my timeline, and you can see it's a quite long movie. It's about 8 minutes and it's about my personal experiences in India. So if you have time, check it out, you will find it on my YouTube channel. But today we want to see how I can use Adobe Premiere to re-edit this movie. So first of all, I don't have any cuts here anymore because it's just one long file. And to get back my original cuts, there's a really nice tool that I want to show you. So just mark your whole clip and then go to Clip and say Scene Edit Detection. And this is where the magic happens. You can say apply a cut at each detected cut point. That's actually the thing I want to do. I use Adobe Premiere to analyze my whole footage and do a cut whenever there is a change of a scene. So I do this and I analyze the clip. So I click this button. And as you can see, Adobe Premiere has identified all the cuts for us. So no more manually scrubbing through your footage to find those edit points. So now I have the whole project in my original cuts. There are a lot of use cases for the scene detection, especially when you already deleted your raw project file and you just have the final edit. So you can get your cuts back, you can re-edit it, you can adjust every single clip, you can do social media edits, and sometimes the client also want to update the final movie, so you can just pick some clips and update them. So this is a really cool tool to do things like that. It can be also very helpful to have single clips, especially when it comes to color grading. So maybe there's just one clip or two clips that I want to adjust a little bit. So actually I really like this shot, but the color grading is not on point. So there are a few things that I don't like that much. So what I can do right now, I just mark the whole clip and then I can do the color grading again for this clip. Of course, it's not the raw clip. So what I can do right now, I can change everything here in my Lumetri tool. Of course, I can make it a little bit more bluish. And actually, I really like this result already. So there's one more thing that I don't like that much. It's the color of my face. So the skin tone is a little bit too orange, but we can fix that quite easy. So there are different ways to do that, but I really like to masking things. So you just go to video effects and then you go to color grading, and here you can find the Lumetri color tool and you put it on the clip. So now we have two Lumetri tools here. This is the first one. I already did a little bit of adjustment when it comes to the temperature of the clip. And now I have another Lumetri tool here. And in my effect tab, I can also get some masks. So I click here and now I have a mask. And you can see in the sky that the sun is coming from here. So what I do now is I just extend the sun a little bit. So that could be a nice sunbeam. And let's do it a little bit more brighter. So put the shadows up a little bit, maybe also the exposure. And it can be also a little bit warmer because the sun is normally warm, just a little bit. And now I have the option to make it a little bit softer like this. And as you can see in the original picture, the sun is coming from the left because it's a little bit more bright here in the sky. So that's the reason why I extended the sun to give my face a little bit more brightness. All right. And that's what I really like about masking. So yeah, this is my first basic color grade, and this is my second one, just to brighten up my face a little bit more. This is also a very nice shot, but yeah, same here. The face and the eyes are quite dark. So let's try to make it a little bit more brighter. So I just do the same as before. I select the whole clip, and then I have my lumetri tool here. I can make it brighter, but then it's for the whole clip. But actually I like the vignette, and I like that it's a little bit dark in the edges. So I don't want to brighten up the whole image. I want to brighten up the face. So what I do here, I put my lumetri tool again on the clip, make a mask, select the face, make it a little bit softer, and then I just brighten up the face a little bit more. As you can see, it's only the face that is getting brighter and not the whole image. So I could do the same also for the lips. Let's put another tool here. And just go here to the lips. And make these a little bit more red. Give them a little bit more saturation. All right. Okay, and I think that's already a big difference. So the lips are popping more right now, and also the face is popping more. And I could do it all the time. I can do another layer, and I can also do an extension of the candle. Maybe make it a little bit brighter here, make it a bit warmer, and also make it a bit softer. And now the candle is also lighting up the face a little bit more, especially the mouth. So yeah, that's nice. Okay, looks pretty nice. This is before and this is after, and now check the scopes. So also the scopes are looking good, so there's nothing clipping. Maybe it's a little bit too much here. It looks a bit of unnatural, but yeah, I just wanted to show you what is possible and how you can achieve very nice results when it comes to color grading with masking. You don't have to use the ellipse the whole time. You can also use the pen tool. So with the pen tool, it's a little bit easier. You can just go on the edges of your object. And same here, you can make it a little bit softer, and then you can change the colors and everything in the lumetri tool. Yeah, I think this is a really cool tool, especially when it comes to portrait shots like this. So you can correcting the skin tones without affecting the entire frame. Alright guys, let's speak about audio. I mean, audio is super important, and especially for the engagement and for the quality of the video, it's very important to have a clean and professional audio. Sometimes you don't have the options to bring microphones, sometimes you have some disturbing elements in your voiceover recordings, and there's a really cool tool in Adobe Premiere that I want to explain today. So you probably heard about the enhanced speech tool in Adobe Premiere. I switched my workspace to the audio section and I already imported a new clip. So this is a clip that I did for my India video as well, because at the end of the video, I'm talking a little bit about my experiences and I'm giving some behind the scenes insights. So that's a clip that I recorded at the same position here in my office. And the audio is actually quite good. I used a microphone, but it was far away from my mouse. For example, this microphone is super close, but in this case, the audio is not that good like this audio. But there are a lot of cool tools inside of Premiere that I want to show you to improve your audio. Let's go for this single clip here. I already separated it and let's see how it sounds right now. And it took me about 1 month to recover from this journey because all the impressions from Varanasi, it was so tough. And I mean, there was like a dark shadow on my soul. The quality is actually really good, but I don't like the hall and the reverb, and maybe it's not perfect. So let's try to make it better. So what you can see here is that Adobe already detected this clip as a voiceover clip. So it's a dialogue preset. When we click here, we come automatically to the Essential Sound tool. And here we can also choose between dialogue or music or SFX. But in this case, it's a dialogue and already detected by Premiere. So we have the enhanced speech tool here, which is really cool. And we have different things like vocal enhancer. We can add some reverb or we can remove reverb. We can also add some clarity and all that stuff. So let's check it out. Let's put the enhanced speech tool on this 20 seconds clip. And now it's already there. So when I go to, so yeah, it's already here, enhanced speech. And let's see how it sounds. That it will be so tough. And it took me about 1 month to recover from this journey because all the impressions from Varanasi, it was so tough. And I mean, there was like a dark shadow on my soul, or I cannot describe it, but so let's do the before. Tough. And it took me about 1 month to recover from this journey because all the impressions from Varanasi, it was so tough. And yeah, it feels much more closer to the microphone. It feels more natural at all. So I really like it actually. But we have some more options here. We can reduce noise, rumble, dehum, de-ess, especially when you have some S's in your voice. You can remove it with this tool. And you can also reduce the reverb, which is actually what I want to do. So let's click there as well. So tough. And it took me about 1 month to recover from this journey because all the impressions from Varanasi, it was so tough. And I mean, there was like a dark shadow on my soul. Yeah, and as you can see, with just a few clicks, our audio sounds much clearer and more professional. And this is perfect for interviews where background noise is an issue, or it's also great for voiceovers recorded in less than ideal conditions. Like this one, the microphone was a little bit too far away, and now with these tools we can compress it a little bit more and can make it better at the end. So there are a lot of cool use cases for this tool as well. And there are so many more features in the Essential Sound tool. So if you have time, check it out, play around a little bit. Also the auto ducking functions. There are so many cool things. Actually, I could do a own video just about the Essential Sound tool, but today I want to give you an overview. So let's jump to my next favorite tool, which is the text-based editing tool. Premiere Pro's new text-based editing feature makes adding subtitles easier than ever. Subtitles are more important than ever, especially for social media. You really need it, and when you do an Instagram reel, it's really recommended to use subtitles. But for subtitles, you don't have to tip all the words into your editing software. You can use AI to transcript the audio from your video. So let's switch to the text-based editing workspace. And what you can see already on the left side of my screen, Premiere already transcripted my words here. And this is super powerful because it saves you so much time. You don't have to type all the words into your computer. You already have everything here. And if you're searching for something that you said in the interview, you can just look for it. For example, I'm looking for Burano, which is the camera I use. And now I can go to the parts in my interview where I'm speaking about the Burano. especially when you do the rough cut and when you're looking for some words that you said in the interview, you can't just look for it without looking through the whole footage. You can not only look up for some words, you can also edit in this text-based editing window. So, for example, I don't want to have this part. I just mark it and then I delete it. And now you can see that my timeline changed as well. So this is super cool. For example, I don't want to have all that stuff here. Just delete it. And now it's not there anymore. Here you can also see my pauses that I did. So there's a pause of 4.9 seconds. And if I don't like the pause, I can just mark it and delete it. And then it's not there anymore. But you don't have to do it manually. You can also go to this tool over here. And then you can say pauses, and then the software shows you all the pauses you have, 130 results. And here you can also say, okay, the minimum pause is half a second, or maybe let's say a pause is 1 second, and we have 65 results. And then we can also say, okay, let's delete all the pauses we have in the video. And now we deleted all the pauses and it's a little bit more compressed. And we can do the same thing also with filler words like as and ams and all that stuff. So I can also go here, filler words. I have 28 results as well, so I can delete them all. And now all my filler words are gone. So this is really cool. I like the text-based editing. You can also edit without sound. For example, you don't bring any headphones, you're sitting in the train. You can just edit your video on the text-based editing transcript, which is really cool. And since you already have the transcript over here, you can just easily create subtitles out of it. So you go on this 3 dots over here and you say create captions. And then you have some more options here. You can also say, okay, you want to have single lines or double lines. And then you just click on create captions and it takes a little bit, and then here you have your subtitles. And this is also very, very helpful. You can export it as SRT files, you can upload it on YouTube like an external file, and you can also burn it in the video, whatever you want to do. So now you have your subtitles based on the text-based editing tool. And this is super, super strong. You can also change the style if you don't like it. So let's go to the first subtitle over here and make a double click. And then you have these properties window over here. And here you can change the font. Probably that's not a good font for subtitles. Let's go for the Arial, which is quite simple and common. And yeah, here you have all the options. You can also change the colors, of course. So let's go for this famous yellow color. And yeah, the shadow helps the font a little bit to make it more visible. You can also add background and all that stuff. So you have different options. And if you like it, you can redefine it for all your subtitles. Just click here and then say, okay, let's do it for all captions on this track. And now you have the same style everywhere. So this is a really cool tool. And let's go back to my original video, which is this one. This is the India video. And we want to post this on social media in 9:16 as a reel. We can also create captions for this video. Let's do it. On my way, I stopped in small villages far away. And that was super, super fast. So let's define the style a little bit more. All right, now I also have subtitles on this video. So now we have subtitles, we adjusted the color grading, we improved the audio, and now let's bring this in a 9:16 sequence. This is easier than ever before. So what you can do is you can go to sequence settings, and then change everything manually, going to 1080, 920, which is 9:16, and then adjust all the single clips. And that's a lot of work actually. But now you have a really cool tool, which is called Auto Reframe. And it's super easy to use. You just click here on your sequence, right click, and then you have the option Auto Reframe Sequence. You click there, and then Premiere asks you, do you want to have a vertical one like 9:16 or 4:5 or 1:1? And you can just choose. And Premiere is doing the magic. So let's choose vertical 9:16. Let's click create. And now we have a new sequence over here. Let's change the workspace to vertical, which is over here. Okay, it's still analyzing here because it's a super long video. Now we have our final video in 9:16. Also the subtitles are adjusted to 9:16. And the experience is so intense I would never have expected. I invite you to... Perfect. So everything is done very well. I still can make some manual adjustments. So I can go also here and do some manual things. And I can do it clip by clip, which is really cool because we used the scene detection at the beginning of the video, you remember? So I can do it for every video. But normally the auto reframe works pretty good. And also the software analyzes the footage, so it detects faces and all that stuff. And it tries to keep the most important parts in the middle of the frame. So I could do the same for 4:5, 1:1. It's just one click. I can export it and I can deliver different formats in just a few seconds. And now you can easily export all that stuff. For example, that would be good for TikTok. You can also say, okay, I want to include the captions. So I want to burn captions into the video, or you don't want to have the captions in the video. So this is also super easy to use. You can also say, you want to create a sidecar file, and then you get a SRT file. You can also upload it on YouTube, or you can give it to your client as well. So you have different options working with these captions. All right, I hope I could give you a nice overview about my workflow in Adobe Premiere Pro. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. You can find me on Instagram, or you can also contact me on YouTube. There you find also the India video and a lot of more tutorial videos. So thank you so much for staying until the end. I hope you could learn something and feel free to contact me. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.